All right, so I just wanted to make a quick video showing you how to answer your discussion board assignment. So for this class, we're going to have 4 different modules, and modules 1, 2, and 4 are going to have discussion boards that you have to answer or reply to. So in each of those modules, you'll see this chapters blank through blank, PowerPoints, lecture videos, and discussion boards folder. So you'll click on that. In this module 1 folder, you'll see discussion question help. That's a folder that's going to have a helpful guide for how to answer discussion questions and a video going through that help guide. Also, you will see a chapter 1 folder for that's going to have a bunch of stuff in it that we're going to talk about. But then, this is the first week, this is what you would see. Week 2, you'll see chapter 2 pop up, and week 3, you'll see chapter 3 pop up. So I kind of just have them already just so it doesn't confuse you on what to do, I just have each week pop up what's actually due for the week. So right now we're just looking at chapter 1. And when you click on this, you will see 4 different things in it. You're going to see the discussion board, you're going to see a note-taking document, a PowerPoint, and normally you will see a video actually directly embedded into the folder. For some reason, this chapter 1 video from YouTube would not allow me to embed. I have no idea why, but it wouldn't. So don't be confused at that looking a little different in the next module or in the next folder. But anyways, back to the discussion board. So the way that this is going to work is there will be 5 different discussion boards, discussion board questions within a discussion board. So this is for chapter 1. Also, before I go into that, I did want to say this note-taking document is not an assignment. It's just here for you to help, or you can take notes for your question and on other people's questions, because the way this will work is you will answer a discussion question online, but then we'll actually do an in-person discussion talking about our answers during class after you submit your answers. So this note-taking document is great because you can kind of take notes on different questions during the in-person discussions. You can also go back and look at people's responses to other questions that you didn't answer and just give your thoughts on that. And whatever you put on that discussion question note document, you can actually use on your exam. So that's something that's very helpful. And then I will also say that those the PowerPoint that's associated with each chapter, and also my lecture video that's associated with each chapter, those are also optional. So I just have them there for any students who like to watch lecture videos. If you're not that kind of a student, you'd rather just read, you can do that. So, but it's just there if you need it. Okay, so those are all those things. Now to the discussion board. So you'll have a maximum number of people who can respond to a given board, and it all just depends on the size of your class. Sometimes I have small classes, so I don't want like 5 people to respond to one question and only one other person respond to another one, right? So I will define how many people can actually respond to each question. So on this one, for this particular class, only 3 people can respond to each question. Meaning if you go in and you click on a question and 3 people have already replied to it, then you have to move on to another one. All right, so what is this going to look like? When you click on it, you're going to see this. You're going to see 5 questions, and on the very first discussion board, you're actually going to see a 6th post right here, this discussion question example and response. So you're not supposed to respond to this one. This is just one that I made up so you can see how this is going to work. So all you'll do is you'll just click on, say you're clicking on discussion question 1. So say you're clicking on that, you would see a question that's written out, and then all you have to do is reply and answer. So this is about the length that I would like to see. So you'd want it to be something along those lines, maybe a little longer if you would like. It just depends on you. But what I don't want is like 2 or 3 sentences. These are like, you're only answering one question, really, right? You're only answering one question. So you want to make sure that it's good. Also, remember that you'll be using this for in-class discussion, and you'll be able to use this for your exam. So this is not just like, why does she want me to write so much for like only what, 5 points or something? That's not actually what it is. You get 5 points for this, and you get 5 points for talking about it in class. Then you get to actually use it on your exam, like your answer on your exam, and then that's worth like 15 points, right? So it's so much bigger than just 5 points. So I say all that so you understand. Okay, so say I do that. So I respond to this later, after what I would do is before in-class discussion, I would go through and read the other discussion questions and kind of like take notes on my note-taking document on what other people said so that I can respond to that and talk about it in class so I'm not totally lost. All right. So if you want help with understanding how to better answer discussion questions, make sure to go to that discussion question help folder that was right above the chapter 1 folder that I had for you. That's going to have directions on how to answer your questions well, and also a video of me talking about it. So I hope that helped, and good luck.